terms of the profile that he brings, he ticks a lot of the boxes. I've seen different kind of reports on his height. I think it's either 6'4" or 6'5". Either way, height, big boy, check.
Yeah.
Strong, physical, centre-back, right-footed centre-back. Now, you might be thinking, Axel Tuanzebe, kind of that versatile. Can he play right-back as well? No, don't think so. I think he's the Cameron Burgess replacement, is the way that it's kind of looking with this. Yes, he's a right-footer, but his time at Reims, where he is at the moment, at least until any sort of deal with Ipswich is signed off, he's been playing on the left. He's also played centre of a back five as well. Previous experience, Ross has done a tweet looking at where he's played, the Town players he's played with before. There are loads in loads of different spells. The key one is he's basically joining the ex-West Brom crew of players, which includes Connor Townsend, the other signing, who we'll talk about at the end of the pod. Who else? Dara O'Shea, and somebody remind me who am I
Alex
missing?
Palmer.
Alex Palmer, of course. So, with all of those, he would kind of join that. We remember talking when Ipswich played West Brom, remember the Hawthorns, and we spoke about like the experience and the physicality and how incredibly solid defensively they were, and there are now key figures who have either been linked or now are at the club. So that's really exciting. He's made about 174 appearances at Championship level, I believe it is. He's played for Wigan. He's played for West Brom, of course, and he's had a spell at Cardiff. He's a senior international. He made his international debut for the Ivory Coast last month. And now after this season in Ligue 1, looks like he's going to move on. Rennes were relegated from Ligue 1. After a playoff game, he had an assist and a couple of red cards in that season. But overall, from a physical profile and from what he can offer to kind of step into the Cameron Burgess void, I think it looks like a really smart bit of business if this is one that Ipswich are going to get over the line.
How old is he, and what's the damage?
28. What we're talking damage? Sorry,
in terms of bunts cost.
So 28, and then it's a loan for the season. If Ipswich are promoted, 4.5 million euros on an obligation to buy, which is about just under £4 million. I think it's about 3.9 million.
Okay, Stu, Cédric Kipré seems to fit the bill.
Yeah, I've seen some varied responses to this. One is you're now seeing a lot of, well, he won't be good enough for the Premier League, is going to now get thrown away with a lot of signings. Can I remind you that we have to get there first?
Yeah.
You know, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves and kind of everyone has to now be players that are going to be able to cut it in the Premier League. Yeah. We've got to get back there, and not every player is going to be a star starting every week signing. The reason Cameron Burgess left is because he's got Jacob Greaves in front of him, but you do still need those squad numbers, because we know over the course of a 46-game championship season with cup games on top, it's grueling. There will be some rotation required. There will be some injuries required. If you think back to the championship promotion season, there were certain games where out of nowhere George Edmondson would suddenly be put into the team, certainly for midweek games, I seem to recall, and come in and do a really solid job. Versatile. I think Alex is right. I think looking at where he's played the majority of his football, I think he is probably the Burgess type replacement, but maybe he might be able to, the versatility of, potentially being able to play that hybrid sort of centre-back / right-back role of Axel Tuanzebe, if it ever looks a bit more back five at times, might be able to do that as well. We'll have to see. But yeah, championship experience, won't break the bank. And he seems to be, from all reports, another one of these lovely guy, top human being, all of that sort of glowing praise, which fits in with the values of the club. That athletic profile that we've all been talking about post-Premier League. So would tick that box. So, I would say sensible on a number of counts, this one, if it is to happen.